So thanks for the introduction. Thanks for having Ecosummit again. I missed it last year. Just a month ago, the IPCC started publishing their new reports, and in the press release that went along with it, the verdict was very clear. So the climate change is here, it's spreading, and it's accelerating, it's intensifying. So what does it mean? It means that we actually have to intensify our efforts to follow on the decarbonization, and especially we have to stop burning more fossil fuels. But in the end, this might be a lot more challenging than we would like to think. In 2020 alone, and it was the COVID year, so it was really not that much, but last year we basically built, all mankind, 200 million internal combustion engines. To put that in context, the global birth rate is about 140 million, meaning that we're producing about 50% more internal combustion engines than babies every year. What we're often just talking about is the left half that you see, the 120 million, which is about 60% of those engines. They go into road transport in cars, in trucks. That's what we're usually talking about. So everyone knows Tesla, everyone knows the public policy about getting cars off the road or electrifying them. But there's another half, or 40%, which is the non-road sector. And the non-road sector is also about 80 million engines every year. And what you have to remember is that these engines will be they will be living for 10 years, summing up to billions of new engines that have to be fed with petrol. Especially large sector of those is the small SI, so spark ignition engines, which is typically less than 18 kilowatts. And they're mostly invisible. They're invisible in public. They're not really treated very much, but it's about 25% of all engines built. And that's what Instagrid is about. We're really trying to get better alternatives for these engines and to electrify whatever people are doing with them. So it's mostly compressors, it's pumps, it's a lot of tools, it's gardening equipment, so you name it. What we are focusing on now, and what we've been doing, is we're targeting professionally used small generators. Why professionally used? Because professionally used engines will account for the most fuel burned, because they're basically used all day, so they have a higher impact. And the second thing is, if you treat generators, it's kind of the enabler to replace all of the others. Because as soon as you have clean electricity on site, you can have an electric pressure washer, an electric pump, and whatever else. So basically, we consider this a key to replace the others. People keep asking me, will this move the needle? What's the impact of it? Is it as much as a car? And in terms of CO2, a professionally used engine, yes, it will consume about as much petrol per year. In terms of pollutants, and that's why the communities love to work with us, it's a lot worse. You have about 10 times as much NOx and about 100 times carbon monoxide. So really, it's heavily influencing the air quality in the cities. Instagrid has developed the most capable 230-volt battery in the world. It's our proprietary technology. It's not just a full replacement for a combustion generator, but it's actually more capable. It's more pleasure to use. And about 80% of our customers, despite range anxiety that they also have, they get really on one charge through their entire day. So it's really a better experience all over. Good news is we're shipping. We started manufacturing in May after 3 years of deep tech development, you could say. And we are shipping about 1,500 units per month. And we're working with a lot of the biggest infrastructure companies in Europe to really get their fleets turned over to electric alternatives. We're also targeting other sectors now. We see a lot of pull from the market. One data point at this site, for example, the media industry. Just the movie teams in London alone, they're burning about 2 million liters of diesel every year in the middle of the city to support their film crews. And so we really get a lot of pull from the media companies, especially also because our solution is really silent and a lot faster and more convenient to use. We're currently around 50 people. It's already outdated again. It's a few weeks old. we're having about 60 million euro in back orders. So if you want a device, you should order. So we might be able to fill it in the near future. And yeah, also we are announcing that we are raising our Series B. This has been going very well, but we are open. If you have an 8 to 10 million euro ticket, and that's your category you would like to invest in, we're open for discussion. Thanks.
Sebastian, I have this one question for you. How much capital do you want to raise in your Series B? Can you give us an indication?
Actually, we're kind of looking for what the market is giving us right now, and this is very, very positive. So we're not limiting ourselves to any size of round right now. So there, I said there's a lot to do. There's a huge market, and whatever we get, we can turn that into a positive investment, I think.
So it could become a really big.
It could become a big round, or whatever our strategy also says.
Cool.
Okay.
Wonderful company.